Well, really, Acumatica runs everything about the business. We track our inventory in it. We process all of our sales in it. Our accounting department processes all invoicing, as well as all bills that come into the company. Everything, accounts payable, accounts receivable, you name it. Really, the company would cease to exist, would cease to function without Acumatica up and running. Well, it gives us a view of all of our operations. I mean, it makes it very easy for us to see what inventory we have in our warehouses, what inventory we have on its way, being shipped to us from our suppliers.
Okay. Yeah.
It makes it very easy to review our sales. Really, it gives us the full picture of our operations. Well, it's nice to see that the areas where we find a need for improvement are areas that are actually actively being developed and updated right now. We've had a lot of interaction with the team, with the distribution team at Acumatica, so they're aware of the growing pains
Yeah.
that we face with challenges related to the kitting of products, and just some of the details of moving product between warehouses, things of that nature. And these are things that they're actively working on that are coming up in the next releases. 10. I mean, the reality is, whatever challenges we face with Acumatica, they're relatively small. And ERP is just the most complex application your business can utilize. It requires a lot of hand-holding, a lot of maintenance, a lot of application development, but it's all really quite straightforward on the Acumatica platform. It just works very well. Well, it's really well suited to mid-size companies. Now there are 4, I believe, different product versions, depending on the kind of industry you're in. You know, whether you're in manufacturing or in retail. In our case, we're in distribution. And so for companies that are big enough to have enough business, that you're ready for an ERP solution, Acumatica just works great. It's there are more familiar products that have been around longer, but those are generally servicing, very, very large enterprises. And, small businesses are serviced by, much smaller applications like the world of QuickBooks and living out of Microsoft Excel. And, when you grow past that, when you're at that level where those small solutions don't work, but you're not ready for, the massive enterprise solutions, Acumatica is the perfect solution that comes into the middle. But it really addresses, everything that I see us needing as we continue to grow. Like, I don't envision a need to jump from Acumatica to a quote unquote larger enterprise product. It's been growing, as we grow. In my case, Acumatica was up and running when I came on board to manage the IT organization. And historically, the company had looked at some alternative products with the assistance of a value-added reseller. I can't comment on that because I was not part of that. But when I came on board, one of the first things I needed to do was familiarize myself with Acumatica and look and see, did the company make a good decision? Is this platform worth continuing to pursue and grow with? And from day one, I was very impressed with everything that I saw about Acumatica. And I was relieved that in this particular case, people before me had made the right decision in moving to Acumatica. Well, I would definitely say it's had a positive impact on ROI, because the old way of working before having a well-implemented ERP platform was just too much redundant work, manual work, the use of multiple applications that were not integrated. So So really, it was all a mess before
Right.
everything really came together on Acumatica. And as the company grew to learn the platform, and really take command of really how to implement it right. Well, that will predate me historically, but I'll say probably within the first year. Gains were recognized. But like anything else, there were growing pains, learning a new way of doing business. And over the years, we've continued to refine how we use the platform, and it just keeps getting better. Well, I would say it very easily provides access to the information we need very quickly, whether it's handling a customer service claims question or supporting our showrooms with making sure we have the appropriate inventory for them to be selling products to our customers. I'd say for the most part, it takes care of between 85 and 90% of what we need to be as effective with the platform as we need. Right now, they're filling in the gaps, those areas where we face challenges with the platform. In conversations even that we've experienced here at the summit, we see other people with distribution needs are facing the same challenges we are, and Acumatica is working to address those concerns. So if you ask me that again a year from now, I think it will be addressing closer to 95% of the needs. Yeah, yes and no. To that, ERP products cost a lot of money, and I think it's really hard for small to mid-sized companies to make the leap from the world of QuickBooks and Excel to a platform like this. It's the cost is an order of magnitude greater.
Right.
So you really need to be committed to going all in on it in order to derive that value, because it is very expensive. It becomes a very crucial and costly part of the bottom line, operating expenses of your company. I'm running a platform like this, but it also transforms the way you work. So yes, very much. It does. Initially, well, that predated me, but based on the state of how things were when I came on board to manage the IT organization, I'd say there were a lot of challenges getting through the early, the first couple of years of implementation. Part of it was getting to know the platform better, and part of it was learning to work with value-added resellers who were at the start were responsible for setting up the environment and trying to adapt it to our business's needs. Over the past year and a half, we've evolved and developed the technical skills in-house so that we no longer needed to rely on the value-added resellers, and got to learn the platform well enough to make it do whatever we want directly for ourselves. Absolutely. I don't think there's a better product, in its space.